Lesson 4, Part 2. Write an argument in symbolic form and then determine whether the argument is valid or not using standard form. Okay, so let's look at the argument here. So in this argument, we have if I go to Florida for spring break, then I will not study. I did not go to Florida for spring break. The conclusion is I study. So this part here is called the conclusion, and this part is your premises or kind of like your evidence that you use to make the conclusion here. So when I say standard form, I'm referring the form over here. So this one is a standard form for valid argument. This is standard form for invalid argument. So I'm going to translate this argument here into a standard form to see which one is that I have. So let's write it. So first, let's use a notation here. I'm going to use A for I'm going to Florida for a spring break. You don't really have to use A, B, C, D here. You could use F, you could use P, you could use Q. You know what? Let's just use P, Q, see if it's matching the one in standard form. You know what? Let me let P. Let me write it. So solution. I'm going to let P in this case here to represent I am going to Florida for a spring break. So this is my P. So represent go to Florida for spring break. Okay. I will not study in the second part here, but instead using I'm not study, I'm going to let I will study. I'm going to let Q to represent I will study. So Q going to represent I will study. Now in symbolic form, so let's in symbolic form, I have the first statement becomes if. Notice that I have an if and then. That is a conditional statement. So if I go to Florida for spring break, tells me I am P implies Q. If and then, using the notation like this, conditional statement, I go to Florida for spring break, P. I will not study. Well, study is Q, so not study will be negation of Q. Okay, that's your first premise. Now let's look at the second statement. The second statement says, I did not go to Florida. So did not go to Florida means I go to Florida is P, so negation of P. So this is negation of P. Now I'm going to go look at my conclusion. The conclusion is this part here. Therefore, and on the symbolic form, I study. Well, I study is Q, so therefore Q. So now let's see which ones I match here. So let's look at my statement. For my first premises here, the first one, I have a conditional statement. My antecedent is P, my consequent is negation of Q. And in my second premises is negation of P. So look at here. Does it look like any one of those one here that's a valid argument? You can see that we have conditional statements, so it's for those three. And then for the second one, I'm negating the Q, which is the second here, the consequence here. But over here, I'm negating P, which is the antecedent. So it's not that one. So let's look at this one here. Well, the first this one over here, like this one. Let me highlight some a little different color here. So this one over here, notice that this is a conditional statement. And the second premise is here, I'm negating the antecedent, which is my P. My conclusion is negation of Q. And same thing I have over here. This is the same thing what I have here. So I have a conditional statement, and that's my first premise. My second premise, I'm negating my antecedent, which is my P. My conclusion, I'm negating the consequence, which is my not Q. Well, negation not Q is Q. So therefore, this kind of matching the fallacy of the inverse. So this is an invalid argument. So the standard form. So therefore, well, I can just write it. The standard form, I can just write the reason for it. So I say the symbolic form is it matches the standard form for okay, fallacy of inverse of the inverse of the inverse. So not a valid argument, not a valid argument. Okay, so we just complete a question. Let me zoom in so you see the whole thing. So here, I first read the question, use symbolic notation to represent the question. Then I want to see if it's valid or not by kind of compare it to the standard form that we discussed in lesson 3. Okay. Now let's move to the next part. In the next question here, we're gonna use Euler's diagram to determine whether the argument is valid or not. So I'm gonna do 2 of them here. Okay. So part A, all college courses are fun. Okay, or this course is a college course. So I'm talking about college course. I'm talking about fun stuff. So I'm also talking about this course. Again, before I do anything else, before I draw my diagram, I'm gonna use some notation. I'm gonna let all college course, all college course. I'm gonna use C for all college course. Let, okay, notation again. C represent college course. So okay. And write it better. C represent all college course. And I'm gonna let F represent fun. Fun stuff, anything that's fun. And I'm gonna let the star represent this course. So this course, the course I'm talking about, this course is a college course. The course which is Math 32 in this case, a geometry class. So I'm gonna use the premises over here to draw my diagram and to see if I can come up with the same conclusion over here. So let me draw it. The first premise is all college courses are fun. So fun is college courses included in the fun stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a circle to represent fun. Okay, so my fun stuff here, let me draw it. Let me use a circle here for fun. So this is fun. Now, and I'm using F. Let me use color coded. So fun is green, so I'm gonna draw green in fun. Okay, this is fun. So all the course that's all the fun stuff. So F, this is fun. Now I know all college courses are fun. The first premise is all of them. So that means the fun should include college course. So C should be inside my my F here. So this is my C. Okay. Let me draw a little better. It looks a little weird. Let me draw a little better here. So C. Okay, let me see if I can do this a little better. Okay. So that is my college course. I'm using C, and I still don't like the circle. Let me draw it by hand here. Okay, this is better. C. So now let's read it again. All college courses are fun. So college course is inside the fun stuff. So all college courses are fun. Exactly what I have here. That's the first premise. Now let's look at the second. This is one is done. Let me check it. So this is done. Second one says this course is a college course. Again, remember that I use star to represent this course. I'm going to do this for this course. Well, this course is a college course. Well, college course including this course. So therefore, this course is over here. Now, I just draw my both premises here using my diagram. Once I've done that, I'm going to draw a square to represent my universe, all the things I'm talking about. So I'm going to draw it over here. Okay. Now, let's look at the conclusion here. The conclusion says this course is fun. Do I have this course inside the fun stuff here? Double check. This course inside college course, which inside the fun stuff. So therefore, this conclusion matches what I have. So this is a valid argument. Okay. So since this course is included inside the fun, so this is a valid argument. So this argument is valid. Okay. Now let me do one more. I'm not gonna do C and D. I'm just gonna do B here, and I'm gonna do the same method. So B. Some impressionist painting are Renoir's. So some of this is that. So I'm talking about Impressionist painting. I'm also talking about Renoir. Okay. So let's use PI for Impressionist painting. I'm use I here. And let's use R for Renoir. So I'm gonna draw it. So sum of this I is in R. So sum of I is in R. So I can draw some I in R. Well, we represent some I in R tells me I and R overlapping. So let me just color code them again. Let's go in here. This is I, this is R, and I'm kind of defining I as Impressionist painting, R as Renoir's. So here some I is in R. So let me draw I. Okay, this is I, and to draw some I in R, I could just draw R using overlapping R. I can do it this way, that's fine. So that's my I, that's my, let me draw it in the same manner. Let me draw this using my hand again. The harder control, that's my R. Not the best, but it's okay. That's the first premise. I should draw my premises. Some of this is that, some of I is an R. Next one, dense Bojivar, I have no idea what that is. I never seen it. Dance at Bojivar is one of the Impressionist painting. This tells me this is one of the Impressionist painting. So I'm gonna let that to be my star. This is one of the paintings. So let's star to represent that painting. Dance at Bojivar. So it's inside I Impressionist painting. So dance is in I. So I could represent dance in I over here. Okay, dance in I. But notice that then since I and R are overlapping, no, this painting could also be over here. So depending where my dense Bujava is, if it's in here, then it will be a valid argument, right? Let me redraw it again. So let me draw two, so that way you see it a little better. I don't like how it is. Let me redraw again. This is, I'm not used to drawing circle and stuff. Let me do this again. Make it better. I erased it by accident, so let me do it again. Okay. Okay, and then I said if I draw dance at Bunjiva is Impressionist painting, so it's in I. So this is in I. I can draw this way. So this is I, this is my R. I'm gonna draw my square to represent my universe. Okay. Now, so if I draw this way, let's look at my conclusion here. Dance at Bujivor is Renoir. Well, it's in I, but it's not in R. So this is an invalid argument. However, if you do draw it this way, let me see. Remember how the first time I draw it? If I draw it this way, okay, and I draw it like this is my R, and I can draw my universe to represent the whole thing. Oh, I mean square. Okay. Now notice that if I draw it this way, if I have the dance at Bunjiva at the here, because it doesn't tell me it's not Renoir, so I can draw this way. So this is I, and this is my R. Notice that this conclusion here will be matching this conclusion. If I'm doing this, oh yeah, this way is correct, but there's two ways to draw the same given in premises. So using the same two given premises, I'm able to draw two of those Euler's diagram, where one of them tells me that say that this painting is not a Renoir. So if as long as that one of them, then we say this make this argument invalid. So therefore this argument is invalid. So let me write it. So let me express that. So I say invalid argument. So we say because the given premises, the reason is that, so since the given premises led to two diagram with different conclusions. Conclusions. And let's label this one 1. I'm gonna label this 2. So in 1, we have but the dance at the Bujiva is a Impressionist painting, but not Renoir. We have Dance of Bougiva is an Impressionist painting, but not a Renoir. So therefore, this argument is invalid. Okay, so this concludes the video for lesson 3, lesson 4, I mean.